All right, getting ready for a secretary interview. Well, you came to the right place.
We're going to dive deep into these RoleCatcher guides.
Give you the tools you need to really stand out from the crowd.
It's more than just acing the interview, you know?
It's about really understanding the role and building that awesome career.
Exactly. And RoleCatcher has a lot to offer, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we jump into those interview questions,
Yeah.
did you know that they've got a CV
Right.
and resume builder that actually uses AI to tailor your application
Oh, it's incredible.
to the specific jobs?
Ew.
Plus, there are tons of career guides, skills guides, even a way to save your favorite interview questions and get feedback on your answers.
It's like having a personal coach in your pocket.
It really is. It's pretty basic stuff.
I know.
So let's get down to business. Tackle those interview questions.
Sounds good.
Okay, first up, tell me about your previous experience as a secretary.
Okay.
Now, the interview guide says the interviewer is looking for a clear picture of your background.
Right.
Have you actually done this before? Do you understand what the job entails?
Well, think of it like this. You need to paint a vivid picture of your relevant experience.
Okay.
Don't just list job titles.
Right.
You have to describe what you did.
Got it.
Did you handle phone calls, manage calendars, organize files?
Yeah.
Be specific, use action verbs, and highlight those skills that really match what they're looking for.
And did you achieve anything quantifiable?
Oh, yeah.
Like, did you streamline a filing system? Or get commended for your organization? Those details really make you stand out.
Absolutely. Numbers speak volumes.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to share a brief anecdote that showcases your skills in action.
Oh, I like that.
It just makes your experience come to life for the interviewer.
Yeah.
It makes it real for them.
Okay, here's a potential follow-up. What was the most challenging situation you faced in your previous role, and how did you handle it?
Ah, the classic, tell me about a time you overcame a challenge question.
Yeah.
They want to see how you problem solve and deal with pressure. Right. Yeah. Choose a specific example.
Okay.
Outline the problem, your actions, and the positive outcome.
Okay, question 2.
Okay.
How do you prioritize your tasks? Time management is a big one for secretaries, right?
It's huge.
Yeah.
It really is.
Especially these days.
Yeah. And the way you answer this question shows the interviewer how you handle that constant juggling act.
Right.
Share your system.
Yeah.
Do you use a to-do list? Specific app? Prioritization matrix. Explain how you stay focused and on track, especially when deadlines pile up.
Oh, and what if they throw you a curveball? Like,
Okay.
imagine you have 5 urgent tasks
Ooh.
hitting your desk at once.
Right.
How do you decide what to tackle first?
That's where your critical thinking skills come in.
Yeah.
Don't just say you'd figure it out.
Right.
You got to explain your thought process. Would you check with your supervisor?
Mhm.
Assess deadlines, or delegate if possible. You really want to demonstrate that you can make sound decisions under pressure.
All right, now for a question about discretion.
Okay.
How do you handle confidential information? I feel like this one's all about showing your understanding of privacy and security.
Right.
Mention any protocols you followed, like password protection or secure file storage.
Yep, for sure.
And reiterate your commitment to maintaining confidentiality,
Yeah.
both ethically and legally.
Of course.
It's not just about knowing the rules, it's about demonstrating that you take them seriously.
You got it. And you could even share an example of a time where you had to maintain confidentiality in a tricky situation.
Oh, that's a good point.
It shows that you've got real-world experience
Yeah.
and judgment.
Okay, moving on to question 4.
All right.
Can you give me an example of a time when you had to handle a difficult situation? I bet this one comes up in a lot of interviews.
It's a classic, and for a reason.
Right.
They're looking for your resilience,
Yeah.
resourcefulness, how you stay calm under pressure.
Mhm.
Now, the career guide highlights the importance of problem solving and service orientation as key abilities for secretaries.
Right.
So try to choose an example that showcases those skills.
Oh, good point.
Yeah,
So if you have a story about diffusing a tense situation with a client
exactly.
or finding a creative solution to a scheduling conflict, that's your chance to shine,
That's it.
right?
And remember,
Yeah.
structure your answer clearly.
Right.
What was the challenge? What steps did you take? And what was the positive outcome?
Got it. What if they ask, looking back, would you have done anything differently in that situation?
Ooh, that's a great opportunity to show that you're self-aware.
Right.
And always looking for ways to improve.
Yeah.
Even if you handled the situation well, is there anything you learned from it that you could apply in the future?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Okay. On to question 5. How do you stay organized? Being a secretary means juggling a million things at once.
Oh, yeah.
How do you keep it all straight?
Well, think about your systems and tools.
Okay.
Do you use color-coded folders, digital calendars, project management apps? Be specific. Highlight the methods that work for you.
Okay.
And don't forget to mention those personal qualities that make you organized, like attention to detail or a proactive approach to planning.
And since the career guide mentions that secretaries often face high stress levels and repetitive tasks, you could highlight how your organizational skills help you stay on top of things.
For sure.
And avoid feeling overwhelmed.
Absolutely. Showing that you can handle the potential downsides of the job, that's a smart move.
Now, here's a potential follow-up.
Okay.
How do you handle unexpected interruptions or changes in your schedule while staying organized?
Well, adaptability is key in any office setting. So explain how you would adjust your plans, reprioritize tasks, and communicate any changes clearly to keep things running smoothly. It's interesting how that question about organization highlights a key theme in the career guide: the importance of flexibility and adaptability.
Ooh, yeah.
Secretaries often need to handle last-minute changes and requests. So demonstrating that you can roll with the punches.
Right.
That's key.
That's a great segue to question number 6.
Okay.
How do you handle last-minute changes or requests?
Right.
I bet that's a common scenario in a busy office.
It is. It's your chance to really showcase how you stay calm under pressure, reprioritize tasks, and communicate effectively to ensure everything gets done.
Yeah.
Think about a specific example where you had to adjust your plans quickly.
Okay.
What steps did you take? What was the outcome?
And remember, the career guide mentions the potential for high stress levels in this role.
Oh, for sure.
So emphasizing your ability to stay organized and adapt to unexpected situations is really important.
It really is. It shows you're realistic about the demands of the job.
Yeah.
And confident in your ability to handle them.
Here's a follow-up the interviewer might ask.
Okay.
How do you make sure that those last-minute changes don't completely derail your other tasks and deadlines?
That's where your time management and organizational skills really come into play again. You could talk about how you break down tasks, utilize time blocking techniques, or even delegate when appropriate. The key is to demonstrate that you have a system for staying on track, even when things get hectic.
All right, question 7.
All right.
How do you handle multiple tasks at once?
Okay.
I feel like this is a universal question for any job these days.
It is. It really is. And it's especially relevant for secretaries who are often juggling a million things at once. Your answer should highlight your ability to prioritize, organize, and delegate effectively.
Yeah.
Now, the career guide emphasizes strong communication skills as a core ability. So mentioning how you keep everyone informed about your progress is a good strategy.
Ooh. And you could tie it back to the knowledge and learning section.
Oh, yeah.
By talking about how you're always looking for ways to improve your multitasking skills, whether it's through new software or time management techniques.
Absolutely. That shows a commitment to professional development and a willingness to adapt to new challenges.
Right. And what if they follow up with, can you describe a specific time when you successfully managed multiple high-priority tasks simultaneously?
This is your chance to tell a story that demonstrates your skills in action.
Yeah.
Choose an example that showcases your ability to prioritize, delegate, communicate, and ultimately deliver results even when juggling a lot of different things.
Okay, shifting gears a bit with question 8.
Okay.
Why do you want to work as a secretary? I feel like this one can sometimes trip people up.
Yeah, it's all about conveying your genuine interest in the field and showing that your values align with the role.
Right.
Think about what aspects of the job resonate with you. Is it the organizational side, the supportive nature of the work, or the opportunity to contribute to a team's success?
And remember, the career guide paints a picture of the secretary as the backbone of the office.
Yes.
Ensuring that everything runs smoothly. You can definitely connect your answer back to that idea.
Yeah.
Highlighting your desire to play a vital role in the organization's operations.
Absolutely. That's a great way to show that you understand the importance of the role.
Right.
And that you're eager to contribute.
Here's a potential follow-up.
Okay.
What are your long-term career goals?
Right.
And how does this role fit into your aspirations?
The classic, where you see yourself in 5 years question.
Yeah.
Don't feel pressured to have a super specific plan.
Okay.
But do show that you're ambitious and thinking about your future. You could mention potential advancement paths within the organization, like becoming a senior administrative assistant,
Right.
Or even an office manager.
And the career guide even mentions pursuing further education to qualify for roles like executive assistant or project manager.
Exactly. It's all about demonstrating that you're not just looking for a job, but for a career path with opportunities for growth and development.
Okay, question 9.
All right.
How do you handle difficult people? Let's be real. Every workplace has them.
They do.
This question is all about showing your emotional intelligence
Mm-hmm.
and conflict resolution skills.
Yes. Choose an example from your past where you successfully navigated a difficult interaction.
Okay.
Did you have a challenging coworker or a demanding client?
Right.
Explain the situation, your approach, and the positive outcome.
And remember, the career guide emphasizes good communication skills and service orientation as essential for secretaries.
For sure.
So highlight how you use active listening, clear communication, and a positive attitude to diffuse tense situations and maintain professionalism.
Exactly. It's not about avoiding conflict altogether, but about handling it in a constructive and respectful way.
Here's a potential curveball. Imagine you have a colleague who is consistently negative
Right.
and brings down team morale. How would you address this situation?
Oh, that's a tricky one. It tests your ability to navigate workplace dynamics diplomatically.
Yeah.
You could talk about how you'd approach the colleague privately,
Mm-hmm.
express your concerns about their negativity, and try to understand their perspective.
Right.
Maybe they're struggling with something outside of work, or maybe they need some support or guidance.
And if their behavior continues to be disruptive,
Right?
you could mention that you'd escalate the issue to your supervisor,
Mm-hmm.
emphasizing your commitment to creating a positive and productive work environment.
That shows you're not afraid to take action when necessary, but you're also approaching the situation with empathy and a desire to find a resolution.
All right, we're on to the final question in this set.
Okay.
What are your strengths as a secretary? Time to shine.
Absolutely. This is your opportunity to highlight those skills and qualities that make you a rock star secretary. Go back to the career guide's functions and core abilities section and choose those that align with the job description.
Okay.
Are you super organized, tech savvy, a master communicator, or a problem-solving ninja? Be specific and provide examples to back up your claims.
And remember, the pros and cons section mentions potential downsides, like repetitive tasks and high stress levels.
Mm-hmm.
You can counter those concerns by emphasizing strengths, like your ability to stay focused, your positive attitude, and your passion for supporting others.
Absolutely. That's a great way to show that you're aware of the challenges,
Right.
but confident in your ability to thrive in this role.
Here's a follow-up question the interviewer might ask.
Okay.
Can you share an example of a time when your strengths as a secretary made a significant impact on a project or team?
This is your chance to tell a story that demonstrates the value you bring to the table.
Right.
Did you streamline a process, solve a problem, or go above and beyond to support your team?
Mm-hmm.
Make it clear how your strengths translated into tangible results.
Now, before we move on, I want to circle back to something we touched on earlier, RoleCatcher's AI features.
Oh.
This is where things get really cool.
It's like having a personalized career coach in your pocket.
Exactly. Imagine you're prepping for your interview and you're using RoleCatcher's Copilot AI. You've uploaded your CV, you've input the job description, and you're ready to practice your answers.
Right.
Copilot AI analyzes all that information, identifies the key skills and experience the employer is looking for,
Right.
and provides you with targeted suggestions for crafting your responses.
Oh, wow.
Just like having a secret weapon.
It is.
And it goes even further than that.
Really?
Copilot AI can actually analyze your practice videos,
Oh, wow.
providing feedback on your delivery, body language, and even your tone of voice.
That's amazing.
It's all about helping you present yourself in the best possible light and build that all-important confidence.
I like that.
And for those who are really serious about acing their interviews, the Copilot AI subscription also includes AI-tailored cover letters
Right.
and suggestions for answering those tricky application questions.
That's incredible.
It's like having a team of career experts at your fingertips.
Now let's shift gears a bit
Okay.
and talk about something that's not directly addressed in the interview questions, but is nonetheless crucial for success in any role: fitting into the company culture.
That's such an important point.
It really is.
Every company has its own unique vibe.
Yeah,
And it's definitely worth doing your research to see if it's a place where you'd feel comfortable and thrive.
it is.
Absolutely. Before your interview, spend some time exploring the company's website, social media profiles, and any news articles or reviews you can find online. Look for clues about the company's mission, values, and work environment.
Yeah,
Does it seem like a place where you'd fit in?
right.
And don't be afraid to reach out to people who currently work there
Hmm.
or have worked there in the past.
Oh, that's a good idea.
LinkedIn can be a great resource for connecting with people
Yeah.
and getting an insider's perspective.
Absolutely. Talking to people who have firsthand experience can give you valuable insights into the company's culture and whether it's a good match for you.
And during the interview itself,
Mm-hmm.
you can ask questions that reveal more about the company culture.
Right.
For example, you could ask about the company's approach to teamwork, professional development opportunities, or work-life balance.
Oh, those are all great questions.
Yeah.
That can give you a better understanding of the company's values and priorities.
And remember, the interview is a two-way street.
Exactly.
It's not just about the employer evaluating you.
Right.
It's also about you evaluating the employer.
Mm-hmm.
You want to make sure that the company is a good fit for you, both professionally and personally.
Absolutely. It's all about finding the right match.
Speaking of finding the right match, let's go back to the career guide for a moment and talk about something that can be a bit daunting,
Okay.
but is important to be prepared for.
Uh,
Salary expectations.
yes, the dreaded salary quotient.
Right.
It can be a tricky one to navigate. But the good news is that with a little bit of research and preparation, you can handle it confidently.
So the career guide doesn't give specific salary figures,
Right.
and that's intentional.
Yeah.
Salaries can vary widely depending on experience, location, industry, and the specific company you're applying for.
Absolutely. So before your interview, do your homework.
Yeah.
Research average salaries for secretaries in your area using websites like Glassdoor or salary.com. Factor in your own experience and qualifications.
Right.
If you have a lot of relevant experience and a strong track record of success, you can confidently aim for a higher salary range.
And remember, when the interviewer asks about your salary expectations,
Yeah.
you don't want to give a specific number right away.
No.
Instead, provide a range
Mm-hmm.
that aligns with your research and experience.
That's a smart strategy.
Yeah.
It shows that you've done your homework and that you're realistic about your expectations.
No. And if the interviewer presses you for a specific number,
You can politely reiterate your range and explain that you're open to discussing it further once you've had a chance to learn more about the role and the company's compensation philosophy.
okay, we've covered a lot of ground on those interview questions, and we've touched on some valuable career insights from the career guide, like career advancement paths and company culture.
Right.
But before we wrap up, I want to highlight one more amazing resource that RoleCatcher offers: the skills guides.
Oh, yes. The skills guides are a goldmine of information.
Yeah.
They can be incredibly helpful for identifying any areas where you might need to brush up on your knowledge or develop new skills.
Exactly. And the best part is that they're tailored to specific job roles.
Yeah.
So you can focus on developing the skills that are most relevant to your career goals.
And remember, the world of work is constantly evolving, so staying ahead of the curve by continuously learning and developing new skills is essential for success.
It's like having a personal tutor for your career.
And speaking of personal tutors, let's not forget about RoleCatcher's interview practice feature.
Oh, right. You can actually record yourself answering common interview questions
Yeah.
and get AI-powered feedback on your performance.
It's like having a virtual mock interview,
It is.
which can be so helpful for building confidence and refining your delivery.
So you can see how you come across,
Yeah.
identify any nervous habits, and really polish your presentation.
Exactly. And remember, first impressions matter.
Oh, they do?
So making sure you're projecting confidence and professionalism, that's key.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
We have.
From those nitty-gritty interview questions to broader career insights,
Right.
and even the power of AI in your job search.
Yeah.
But before we wrap up, I want to circle back to something we touched on earlier. The idea of the secretary being the backbone of the office.
Ah, yes. The unsung hero who keeps everything running smoothly.
Exactly. And while we've focused a lot on the practical skills and strategies for landing the job, I think it's important to remember the human element of this role.
Oh, absolutely.
What do you mean?
Well, being a secretary is about more than just managing schedules and filing documents.
Okay.
It's about building relationships, supporting your team, and creating a positive and productive work environment.
Ooh, that's a great point. The career guide also emphasizes the importance of good communication skills and service orientation.
Exactly. Those qualities are at the heart of being a successful secretary.
Yeah.
It's about being proactive, anticipating needs, and going the extra mile to make sure everything runs smoothly.
So it's not just about tasks, it's about people.
It is,
Yeah.
absolutely. And I think that's something to keep in mind as you prepare for your interview.
Okay.
Showcase your skills, yes, but also let your personality shine through. Show the interviewer that you're not just qualified, but that you'd be a valuable and supportive member of the team.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with a final thought-provoking question.
Okay, go for it.
Now that you've explored the ins and outs of the secretary role, and you've got all these amazing tools from RoleCatcher at your disposal,
Right.
what unique strengths and qualities can you bring to this job to make it your own?
That's a great question to reflect on. Remember, every secretary brings their own unique set of skills, experiences, and perspectives to the role.
Yeah.
So think about what makes you stand out, what you're passionate about,
Mm-hmm.
and how you can contribute to the team in a meaningful way.
And remember, with careful preparation, the right mindset, and a little help from RoleCatcher, you can absolutely ace that interview and embark on a fulfilling career as a secretary.
We're rooting for you.
So go out there and rock it.